Examining lung tissue samples of patients hospitalized with vaping-related illnesses, the CDC now says that 100% tested positive for vitamin E acetate, often used to cut marijuana oils. Find out more on this edition of Industry Insider. Hello and welcome to another edition of Industry Insider. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has finally identified the primary suspect in the wave of vaping-related lung illnesses and deaths as vitamin E acetate. This should not come as a surprise to those who have been arguing that the cause of these illnesses is not the commercial e-cigarette market, but the illicit market for THC vapes. Instead of conducting a reasonable investigation and giving consumers useful advice, the CDC has been deliberately ambiguous and helped spark a national panic. No commercial e-cigarettes have been associated with these illnesses in the US or anywhere else in the world. But the CDC is telling consumers to stop vaping altogether, even though the National Academies of Sciences Engineering Medicine says there is conclusive evidence that e-cigarettes are less toxic than combustible cigarettes. According to the Royal College of Physicians, the risks of e-cigarettes are unlikely to exceed 5% of combustible cigarettes. The CDC's communication failure has even spilled over into the rest of the world. As a direct consequence of the CDC's miscommunication, India banned the sale of e-cigarettes entirely. India has 12% of the world's smokers and suffers from 1 million tobacco-related deaths every year. But thanks to a moral panic and mass confusion, a country that suffers more than most from smoking-related diseases banned the most effective alternative to cigarettes ever invented. If the Trump administration or Congress moves ahead with a ban on e-cigarette flavors, the only e-cigarettes left in America will be tobacco flavors sold by tobacco companies. This calamitous situation is in no small part thanks to the deliberate ambiguity of the CDC. Should the CDC be held responsible for deliberately keeping the public misinformed? Please share your thoughts with us down below, and as always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell button to keep up to date with all of our Fight for Flavors content. This has been Nick with Industry Insider, and we'll see you next time.